Is Miss Coco going to be at this meeting today?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
She's in here now. We're just gonna kind of wait and see if the others show up. Here comes Victoria. I'll give it like a minute and see if Trinae and Aria show up. I hope so. I said it was very important to be here today. Trinae. And Aria.
I forgot how to
Okay.
statistical.
What?
I forgot how to spell statistical.
Spell what?
The password. I forgot how to spell the password.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Miss Coco is here and is going to help you guys kind of get set up with your AP app so that you'll be able to log in and complete the test on Wednesday. So I'm going to kind of let her take the reins. Should I just take over your desk? You can take over my desk. Yeah. Of course, of course.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
So, okay, so what we're doing today is we're getting our exam set up. The most important thing to note about this right now that the computer that you set up your exam on has to be the one that you do the test on. So if for some reason you forget your laptop on test day, we can't just give you another one from Mr. Baum. It has to be the exact one that you're using. So treat this one with the utmost care over the next couple of days after we get this done. So first things, I'm gonna open up the chat. Can you, who has not, type your name in the box if you have not logged in to the app yet. Okay, so everyone's logged in. Okay. So the first thing that we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to go to that app that Mr. Baum has put on your computer. So you should see a AP digital testing app. We need to go there. Okay, so
This
Trinae,
is like downloading an update.
okay, that happened to me the first time I logged in.
And it like says the update is ready to install and like I need the administrator's name and password.
Okay, let me see if Mr. Mike is available. Yeah, I honestly don't know his number. I just. Sorry.
This little thing that says what everybody's number is.
His is just stored, I think. He's development. Hey, do you have a quick moment to come down to Ms. McCollum's room? We're working on some AP stuff before the test on Wednesday.
Kevin, bring the device down to your.
Okay, I'm in Ms. McCollum's room right now, but Jackie can get them for me. It's fine. Okay, so for anyone who's having that update problem, Mr. Baum is going to be here any moment to put in the administrator password. Can we turn on our faces just so I can have you guys raise hands when steps are completed? Thank you. Marilyn, the eyeliner's on point.
Thank you.
I admire anyone who manages to get that kind of stuff done on a Monday. Okay, so give me a hands up if you can log in. Because if you can log in, we're gonna go ahead and on to the next step. Can anyone log in? David, can you log in? Is it making everyone do an update?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is why we're doing this. Every single person has been given an update on the app. So they all need the.
Except
administrator
Victoria.
password. Except for Victoria. Thanks, Victoria.
Well, let's start with.
Okay, we're gonna start with David since he's here, and then he's gonna jump in.
All right.
How's everyone doing today?
This
Give
is
me,
like
give me a
the
thumbs up,
first-
a side thumbs, or a down thumbs.
This is like the first Monday I've like gotten ready for the day in a while.
That's admirable. So once, just so you get an idea of, once you are able to log in, the first thing that you're going to do is literally log in.
Maria, let me use your computer.
Yeah,
Who's black shoes? Yours connected right now. Yours?
yes.
I need to use her.
Okay.
So,
Okay, bye y'all. I'll be back.
Hey, Mr. Mike.
Hi.
How
who's
are
this?
you?
I'm all right. Kyla, can you share your screen with me, please? If this doesn't work, you'll just have to do it the day of the test.
It's not enabled. You have to enable it.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay. First up, Kyla, share your screen.
It still says that it's disabled.
One more time. All right. I'm going to request control of your screen. When I click it, grant me access, please. Yeah, it's not for everybody's, but most people can do it. I can do it from any computer. The super comprehensive one you can't do from any, but this basic one you can do. Are they all going to be in the building the day of the test?
Yes.
Okay.
What did it say, like no later than the day before?
Oops, that was the wrong button. All right, Marilyn, share your screen, please.
Mr. Mike, as you logged in, go ahead and, update it. Go ahead and log in.
Close that, Marilyn. Open it again. When it gets to that screen, Marilyn, just let me know. I'm gonna go to the next person, okay? All right, Trinae. Have that request screen open for when we start, but share your screen, Trinae. You're all set. I don't see a code here. Do you have something I have to unlock for you? Oh, she's not speaking. Yeah, I don't see here anything here that I have to unlock, Trinae. Aria,
Hold on, I couldn't get it to work.
This screen is up at the
Okay.
login thing.
everyone, while I'm working on Marilyn's device, get that screen up on your screen so we're not wasting any time. Marilyn, share your screen.
Plug your laptop in. You just have to log in. Right, but it still was, there were issues. I remember like frantically texting Mike like all day, the day before, and like they didn't have.
You look good, Marilyn.
Or it didn't work.
Trinae, do you have that
Awesome.
code? Do you have that code up, Trinae? Okay. How about you, Aria? Do you have it up?
Yeah.
Can you share your screen with me, please? Share your screen, please. All right, Trinae, do you have it up yet?
No. Still trying. I forgot my password.
I don't know how to help with that.
I can't help with that. If you do not know your password, you have to do the I forgot my password. I don't have access to those.
And then Victoria, do you have the code up on your screen?
What do you mean by code?
Well, have you been watching the screen? The same thing that everybody else has. Do you have that on your screen?
Oh, no, mine doesn't need to be updated.
Okay, so you're good. All right, so the only person we have to worry about is Trinae, and we can do it the day of. Okay,
Just in case they push on a random update, can we have you on call at like 11
in the morning,
on
tomorrow,
Wednesday?
I'll be in my class. So you have Kevin.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I
Yeah.
just need someone to put it in administrator.
Yeah, that Kevin can do it. I think Becca can too. She has the codes for that studio, so she should know the code to do it too. So Becca can probably help out as well. But I think she'll be in class. All right. All set.
Of course.
Bye.
Okay, now that we are mostly logged in, we are going to, Trinae, are you doing the I forgot my password thing right now?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so once you are logged in, you should see underneath, you should have your exam listed there underneath my exams under active exams. Does everyone see their exam listed in the app?
I'm
Okay,
trying to log in right now.
okay. I will wait till you get logged in. David, are you done back there? Okay. So the good news is, y'all, is I got David started on this while you were getting updated with Mr. Mike, and he's already done. So once you get logged in, this isn't a terribly long process. Okay, can I have a thumbs up if you see your exam listed on the dashboard there? 1, 2. Kylo, where are you in the process? Are you logged in? Okay, awesome. Marilyn, where is it logging you in?
I'm entering my new password right now.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey,
Nice to meet you.
thank you so much.
Very well.
Trinae, are you getting your new password?
Yes, I'm trying.
I got in.
Okay, enough of us are in. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And Trinae, if I need to go back to start to you, we will. But if you see the name of your exam there, you see your AP English exam, all you have to do is click the yellow Start Exam Setup button. It's going to guide you through accepting the terms and conditions, confirming your personal info, checking your device to make sure it works. You're going to be giving them permission to reuse your answers. You'll be going over the exam day checklist, watching a quick video. And after you do those steps, which don't take that long, you're going to watch, after the video, you're going to wait for the exam to download. You will know that you are done when you get a little box that says exam download. We're loading the device, we're loading the exam onto your device, and then you'll get a green check mark once it says that it's downloaded. Once you have that green check mark, you are ready to test. So from this point, so once you've gotten it downloaded to your computer, you are not supposed to be sharing your device with any other friends. So even if you were working on a class assignment or something together, you just have to hold on to your laptop and Honor System not share it with anyone, because doing so constitutes violation of their exam integrity policy. I'm going to be here just kind of chilling. Say something or put something in the chat if you have any problems that pop up. And give me a thumbs up once you get to the exam download page. I know we only have a couple of days until the exam, but if you are logging into the app for the first time today, I would still recommend just clicking through they do have a practice area where you can take a look at some of the practice questions in the app format. I know you've been looking at questions all year, but this is just get an idea of what it looks like in the app itself. Okay, Marilyn, thank you. So I think I put in that email for everyone to get here at 11. And just in case something like today happens where we have to restart the app, please do that. Because we have to be logged in at 11:30, essentially waiting for our 12 o'clock start time. So the last thing I would want is for us to feel rushed on exam day. We also know how Charleston traffic is. One bridge and we're done. Okay, thank you, Aria. And Victoria? And I will be emailing the front office the list of everyone who's going to be testing. So don't worry if there's any erroneous attendance marked by any of your teachers, because the front office will have the list of everyone who's in testing and will get you coded appropriately. Does anyone have any questions about exam day?
You're almost ready for your
What time will it be over?
So it's approximately 2.5 hours.
Okay. And will we be able to like leave campus afterwards, or do we need to stay?
I'm fine with you guys leaving. I'm just gonna go ahead and say yes, and that'll be the plan.
It'll be like right around the end of school anyway.
Right. And it's a Wednesday, which is generally infinitely more chill day anyways, so yes. It's nice, go for a walk, get some vitamin D after sitting there. Or take a nap, whichever one's more appropriate. Janae, Kyla, how are you guys doing?
I did it.
You're done?
Yeah.
Okay. I know everyone's internet runs on different speeds, so. Okay, Kyla, you are done. Okay, well, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to email me. Obviously, if it's content related, Ms. McClellan's your person, but if you have any exam questions, I'll be checking my email, especially the day before the test, quite a bit. And I hope that everyone has a good rest of your day. Adios. Handing back to Ms. McClellan.
Peace out.
Thank you.
Thank you. So hopefully everybody feels pretty good about what we're actually like, how to actually manage the app. It shouldn't be too terrible. I would recommend, like Ms. Kogel said, to go through and kind of like click around on the website or app, whatever it is, and make sure you sort of know like what the format will look like. They have some test options. And then also, I'm going to put a link on our Canvas. I'm going to try to one of those AP videos, which they have several options. In fact, let me go back to our YouTube page for just a second. AP language and composition. Ooh, actually, maybe we should watch that. I might have us watch that actually, but if you go to YouTube and search AP language and composition, first of all, you're going to come up with a lot of good stuff. There's stuff that's literally like how to ace the AP Lang rhetorical analysis essay, or AP language exam, multiple choice reading comprehension, all this stuff. And then the AP company actually has its own channel, which is where the videos that I've shown you this year, where those have come from. They also have some like practice tests. Like between then and now, I don't know how much time you'll have to do those things, but there's also like review sessions, how to drive an argument, revising student examples, how to analyze quantitative visuals, all these good things that would be useful. The link I'm going to put, I need to create a new module of 524. This is kind of going over one of the practice exams, and obviously we didn't take the practice exam, but if you have at some point some time to kind of go through and watch them go through it, just to kind of help prepare yourselves for what it'll look like and what they're expecting. Practice exam review. So I just put that on Canvas, or at least I'm trying really hard to put it on Canvas.
So you're starting your AP.
And then I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And this video is about 11 minutes. And after this, I'm just going to let you guys go. But this is tips about how to get a 4 or a 5, which we've talked a lot about, like the actual essays and how they're scored. But the whole thing overall is scored from 1 to 5, or I guess technically from 0 to 5. But in order to get a 0, you'd have to like not do it. So you're really aiming for at least a 3. 5 is the best you can do. Obviously, it's pretty rare to get a 5, but 3s and 4s are what can help you get to that level where you can exempt English 101, which is pretty cool. So let's watch this and see what this expert has to tell us.
So you're starting your AP English language review and you have no idea where to start. Well, you found the right place, because in this video, we're going to go over 15 must-know AP English language study tips for at-home, multiple choice, as well as the FRQs. By the end of this video, you're going to have some quick strategies that you can start using today to score that 5. If you find this content helpful, remember to hit that like button below so that this can be shown to more AP English language students that are preparing for the exam. Also, be sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get more study tips that we release in future videos. One more thing before we get started, tell me in the comments below when you're watching this video, and now let's go ahead and get started. Let's kick things off by talking about what you can do at home. The first tip we have for you is to always be reading. Read, and then read some more. Reading has a ton of benefits, like building up your vocabulary, as well as your understanding of different syntaxes and sentence structures. It also challenges you to think about the author's perspective and the motivations behind why something has been written. The more reading you do, the better equipped you'll be for having a ton of resources and literary works to reference in your AP English language essays. Tip 2 is that flashcards are your friend. You need to know all sorts of literary devices as well as rhetorical techniques, so you don't want to be caught scrambling on test day trying to think about that particular definition. Make yourself a set of flashcards that go over the commonly tested literary devices as well as rhetorical techniques. Make sure you also include grammar and punctuation in your flashcards as well. It's important to note that grammar and punctuation plays a big role in the way that an author's prose is presented, aside from the words that the author uses themselves. Tip 3 is to remember to take your homework seriously over the course of the year, especially your summer reading. Oftentimes, AP English language teachers will assign you some summer readings ahead of time, and so it's a good opportunity for you to get a head start in the school year. It's really important that you complete all of your homework over the course of the school year, because it'll give you more opportunities to practice analyzing things like the literary devices as well as the rhetorical techniques that authors are using in the works you're studying. Practice makes perfect, so make sure that you're completing all of your assignments throughout the school year. That way you'll be better prepared come test day. Tip 4 is to seek other opportunities for practice. You can do this through an old school review book like a Barron's or a Princeton review book, or you can use an online practice resource like Albert. Albert has tons of practice questions as well as detailed explanations, so you can pinpoint what areas you're struggling in most as you prepare for your AP English language exam. Do a simple Google search as well. There are a ton of other websites that can provide some additional practice resources for you as you get closer and closer to your testing. Tip number 5 when studying at home is to study with your friends. Studying alone can get a little bit monotonous, and so having a group of friends to work through some practice questions or some free responses can be a great way to get some different perspectives in answering the same exact question. It's these different perspectives that then give you an opportunity to see how other students like yourself might have interpreted that same question, and to provide you with a broader depth of experience in terms of the different ways that students interpret different phrasings of questions. It's helpful that if you form a study group that you meet regularly, whether that's every other week or every month, just so that you build up that cadence and you commit to the practice that's needed to prepare for the AP English language exam. Now that we've covered 5 tips you can do at home, let's shift gears to talk about 5 strategies that you can take when it comes to tackling the multiple choice section. Before we do so, if you're finding this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button below, as well as that subscribe and notification bell so that you can get notified when we create more helpful videos like these on our channel. The first tip we have for you when it comes to tackling multiple choice questions in AP English language is to make sure that you are practicing multiple choice questions as early as possible. All multiple choice questions will fall into one of these 4 buckets: rhetorical situation, claims and evidence, reasoning and organization, as well as style. If these categories look familiar to you, it's because they're actually the 4 big ideas in the AP course and exam description guide. The second tip when it comes to tackling the multiple choice section is to make sure that you are close reading as much as possible. Staying engaged and actively reading is a key for success when it comes to the multiple choice section. This can mean a few different things depending on the reader. For some readers, it can mean simply annotating the passage with different circles or underlines of key things that are going on as you're reading. For others, it might come in the form of reading a passage more than once. The first time for just key important information, and then the second time for a deeper understanding. Whatever the case may be for you, it's really important that you're actively reading in every single passage. Tip number 3 when it comes to the multiple choice section is to look over the questions before you start reading the passages. Now, this tip will only help some students, so you're going to want to see whether or not it applies to you, but some students find it more helpful if they jump first to the questions that they're going to be asked of from the passage before they then read the actual passage. This way, they can think about the questions they're about to answer once they finish reading ahead of time and forward anticipate the sorts of questions that the test maker is asking of them. Tip 4 is to make sure that you are using the process of elimination, or PO. PO is really important because in most situations when it comes to AP English language, you can eliminate 1 or 2 answer choices right off the bat. So it can be a great way for you to increase your chances of scoring well on your exam by simply getting your odds to be a higher percentile of being correct. So as much as possible, try to narrow down your answer choices to 2 options and then select the one that you believe is more true than the other. By doing so, you'll have a higher chance at scoring those valuable points when it comes to the multiple choice section of the exam. If you can't use process of elimination for a particularly difficult question, then we recommend you simply circle the question, skip it, and then come back to it later after you've finished all the other questions in the section. Tip number 5 when it comes to AP English language multiple choice question tips is to make sure that you put in a guess for every single question. You have to remember that you don't lose points for getting questions wrong in the multiple choice section. So it always makes sense for you to put something down so that you at least have a shot at scoring points for that particular question. All right, those were 5 quick AP multiple choice question tips for English language. Now let's shift gears to talk about the free response section. Before we do so, be sure you hit that like button below and subscribe if you haven't already, just so that you can get notified of the next time we create a study tips video like this. Now, let's go ahead and jump into our FRQ tips. The first tip when it comes to tackling the FRQs is to practice using the archive of previously released exams. This resource can be found on AP Central, which is hosted by the College Board. What you'll find on the site are previously released exam questions that were the actual free response questions that were given to AP English language test takers. It's really important that you go through these questions and you try to answer that question as if you were receiving that same question on your test day. Then from there, review the scoring guidelines and also look through a few of the sample responses that they provide you with, just so you can understand what the graders are looking for when they are reviewing these essays. The second tip we have for you when it comes to the FRQ section is to make sure that you're timing yourself and that you're pacing well. On test day, you're going to have 2 hours and 15 minutes to complete the FRQ section, and that includes a 15-minute reading period. So it's really important for you to make sure that you're not spending much more than 40 minutes per essay, just so that every single essay that you're writing has an adequate amount of time for you to develop the thesis and your supporting evidence for supporting your thesis. If you need help with timing yourself and your pacing, we recommend you couple this tip with the prior tip and check out those previously released exam questions so you can practice seeing how long it takes for you to answer one of these FRQ questions. Tip 3 is to make sure that you use the rubric, understand and master what the reader is looking for from your essay. It's really important that you have a clear and defensible thesis in every single essay you write for AP English language. It's also also really important that you include things like specific evidence and commentary that support your thesis. You also need to make sure that you're making a clear and compelling argument. So if you aren't sure about what's on the rubric, be sure to check out the College Board's breakdown of the rubric for the free response section, because it's really important that you're thinking in the back of your head, oh, this is a point for XYZ, this is a point for ABC, and so on as you are writing your essay for AP English Language. Tip 4 is to make sure that you're paying attention to the task verbs that are given to you in the FRQ prompt. These task verbs help you give direction as to what you need to address in your AP English Language essay. They'll ask you to do things like analyze or argue your position. They might also ask you to do things like read, synthesize, or write. You can find a more complete breakdown of the most commonly used task verbs in the link in the video description below. Be sure that you check this out and that you understand what each of these task verbs is asking you for the AP English Language FRQ section. Tip number 5, it really comes full circle, and that is to remember your rhetorical devices and techniques. We went over this at the very beginning, and it's really important that we emphasize this one more time here for the FRQ section. You don't necessarily need to always call out these techniques or name the devices by name, but what you do need to know is what the purpose of this rhetorical device or technique is on the actual passage itself. If you can recall the rhetorical device, by all means include that just to be safe, but if you can't, focus on helping your reader understand that you do actually get what the rhetorical device or technique is that's being used in this situation. There you have it, 15 must-know AP English Language review tips. If you found this video helpful, be sure you hit that like button as well as that subscribe button and that notification.
Okay. So other than the fact that I hated the way that he like moved his hands like this all the time, which I found really annoying, those are really helpful tips. And I would recommend you kind of going back through and check and make sure you're doing all those things. Tomorrow is our last day of prep before your test on Wednesday. So one thing I would recommend is give it some thought tonight. And if you can think of any questions content-wise, bring them in with you to class tomorrow, have them in mind, and we'll cover any questions that you have. What we're also going to do tomorrow is a little bit of review with rhetorical devices and strategies. And we're going to go through the rubric pretty intently so that you understand exactly where your points are coming from and what you need to focus on. Are there any questions right now before I let you guys go? All right, give it some thought. If you have any questions, we'll talk about them tomorrow and see what we can do to get y'all ready to test. I will see y'all tomorrow.